So welcome to this episode of Weekly Spark. This is going to be narrated by future me because I sat down and had my travel journal with me. This page started so very spontaneously and I just ran with it. So because I am using stencils and focusing on stencils for the month of May, it does fit into that kind of category, and I thought I would share it with you. Now, this small travel journal is a 5x7, 5x8 watercolor journal by Arteza, which we know is my favorite company right now for its quality plus affordability. And this small journal is what lives in my camper van. So the first weekend in May is traditionally May Day weekend, and for years we celebrated that at Spoutwood Farm in Glen Rock, PA, at the Spoutwood Fairy Festival. I was thrilled to be a vendor there for a good few years, and when the festival outgrew that location for multiple reasons, they partnered with Baltimore County Parks, and so it's now held at Rocky Point Park, which is in Essex, just east of Baltimore. So that's where we were this weekend, and I was vending and exhibiting with my tiles and jewelry, but we were camping in the van, and it's a beautiful location right on the water, right on the bay, and fabulous. It's just a great way to camp and vend for the weekend. So it's my habit to do a spread in this travel journal when we take the van anywhere. So hence we've got a Fairy Festival page in the van travel journal. Now, I must say, it was rainy and a little bit chilly this past May Day weekend, so we did spend a good bit of time in the van, even at one point maxing out occupancy and having 3 friends over, making a total of 5 people, enjoying a nice hot cup of tea after a long chilly day out in the damp. With the travel journal, I do like to use any found paper or ephemera from the event or the location. And so you can see my parking pass that I've torn up and the program. This is an extra program, and in the spread already are the hummingbird and the kind of banner with the name and date of the event. So that's my found object stuff. I mean, there's part of a coffee sleeve as well that says Hot Goblin, which is what the fabulous coffee vendor calls a dirty chai. Hot dirty chai, which, let me tell you, is a perfect, delicious thing for a chilly afternoon. So, as you can probably see, the setup looks the same as my video from last week, and I'm just really in the zone. So I didn't even stop to talk. I'm doing some paint, some dry brush, and I'm going to pull out the stencils and just play. The King Art crayons in the stencils do work, but I think they work a little bit better when you're not trying to do something as precise as different colors in this mermaid. They work better in a large open stencil pattern or in a stencil that's definitely not too fragile. But you can lay down just a little bit of that waxy water-soluble crayon and then rub it in with your finger. It usually stays inside the stencil and doesn't actually, seep under the shape. You saw me use some sprays, fill in some of the white areas, but I decided that I wanted to add a natural element as well, since there were a lot of stencils and marks that felt very watery to me. So I have this flower stencil, and to be honest, I was just being really spontaneous. I could have pulled out some white paint, some yellow paint, and some of the lighter colors and stenciled this in paint to get some clarity of the flowers. But I grabbed my Pitt pens, they're the brush tip markers, and I wanted to see what they would do. The darker colors work because we've got that blue acrylic paint background. And, you know, the stencil flowers aren't perfect, but when I lift the stencil up, I can work back into them. And so this gave me kind of a subtle layer, but one that I was pretty happy with. The white Signo gel pen is wonderful and perfect in this application. Click the subscribe button or click the like button, even hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are up. I try and post on Wednesdays most weeks, and I would love to see you next week for the next episode of Weekly Spark. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.